I got so many questions when I made homemade kosher dill pickles, so I decided I'm gonna make some more and answer all your questions. First of all, these are half sour pickles. I think that's actually what they're called. They have no vinegar in them. There was a lot of confusion about that. These are made with kosher salt. You cannot use any other type of salt to make these. This is kosher salt right here. I am telling you, if you try and make them with like table salt, they're gonna be way too salty. And don't use sea salt either. Next question I got about these is, do they sit on the counter or do I just put them in the fridge? They go in the fridge. I am not doing any kind of like cleaning of the glasses. I'm not heating them up so that there's any like bacteria that doesn't get into them, like when you're canning things. These just go in the jar, and then you can let the water cool down because you pour boiling water in them, and then they go in the fridge. And they only need to sit in the fridge for like 2 to 3 days before they are amazing. And of course, the longer they sit, the better they're gonna get. And I'll make one batch with you guys just so you can have the recipe here in this video. In a 32-ounce jar, you're gonna put around 5 cloves of garlic. You could put more than that, but don't do less. And we're gonna do a teaspoon of black peppercorns. When I first started making them, I would actually like count how many peppercorns, and I was like, this is so silly. So I do a teaspoon. You can add hot peppers, you can add chili flakes. I don't like them spicy, so I leave it out. We have fresh dill here. You wanna make sure you have fresh dill, not dried, and it's around 1/4 cup that goes into the jar. For the cucumbers, we are using Kirby's. These are pickling cucumbers. I have tried making them with like Persian cucumbers, things like that. It is not the same. They come out mushy and too salty. I just get these at my regular grocery store. I did get asked, can you do them whole? I've never tried them whole, so I don't know how long they would have to sit in the brine, but I do think it would work if you did them whole. I also don't like to slice them because then they get too salty. So what I do is I quarter them. So just like that. In the jar, you're gonna get anywhere from 3 to 4 Kirby's based on the size of the cucumbers. You really wanna stuff them in there, like that. In my original video, I used a larger container, so I ended up having to double up on the amount of hot water and kosher salt. But in a 32-ounce jar, it's 1.5 cups of boiling water and 2 tablespoons of kosher salt. I actually bought a lot of Kirby's, so I'm gonna make 4 containers. My whole family is coming to town soon because my niece is getting married, so they're all gonna want some pickles. And obviously Nora's gonna want fresh pickles too. In my other video, I made a little mistake, okay? I was pouring the salt into the boiling water, and I said, that the salt evaporated. It doesn't evaporate, it dissolves, okay? I just want to make that clear, right? It's not evaporating, it's dissolving. We're just gonna pour this into the jar, fill it all the way to the top. Then you wanna let the water cool, and then you could put them in the fridge. Obviously, cover them up. Jar number 2. Number 3, oh, and you can make these in plastic containers. I prefer glass, but the plastic is fine too. That's what I did for Nora. I used this container when I made them for Nora to take to sleepaway camp, and this is in my Amazon storefront. This is the brand right here. And jar number 4. My family's gonna be so happy. And as soon as I'm done making this video, I'm going to send a picture of all these pickles to my family in our family chat, just to let them know what's coming their way. Because everybody's coming to town for the wedding. Even my 99-year-old grandma, Dorothy. And when you make these pickles, by the way, tag me. Share the videos. I love to see it all.